I am Dr. Shulkat Dhawal, and I'm a doctor, not an astronaut. So, with this attire, I look like an astronaut, I feel. So, I'll start my talk on diabetes. So, the big D of diabetes. How is life as a diabetic? With D, what comes in mind? Diana, Princess of Wales, very glamorous, or something very scary, the D Company. Is diabetes as glamorous, or having diabetes very glamorous, or is it dangerous having diabetes? I would say the latter. So, what is the big D of diabetes? What is diabetes? Diabetes happens when somebody's body does not have enough insulin. Now, insulin is a hormone which is secreted from a gland known as pancreas, which is located in the upper part of your tummy. If there is not enough insulin, there can be a lot of glucose traveling around in the blood, but cells do not get enough glucose to work well, which makes people sick. So this is in simple language for everyone to understand what is diabetes. So what is insulin? You can say it is the key that lets the glucose go through the cell wall into our cells. And what happens in diabetes? Like a car needs fuel, our body needs fuel. And this fuel is our food. And going more deep into what exactly it is, our food contains glucose. And that is the fuel for us. In diabetes, the glucose travels around our bodies, inside blood vessels, but it cannot be used as energy until it gets into our body cells. So that is the main problem. When do you have diabetes? Your pancreas does not make insulin, or it does not make enough insulin, or your body prevents the insulin you do make from working right, which is known as insulin resistance. As a result, blood sugar can't get into your cells, so it stays in your blood. That's why your blood sugar gets too high. Types of diabetes, there are different types of diabetes, namely 3 types. Type 1, almost all beta cells die. This is quite uncommon. It is found usually in children and young people. Type 2, which is the commonest diabetes, and I'm sure many of us are suffering from it, is where the beta cells of the pancreas become weak and cannot secrete enough insulin. There are various factors which I'll discuss in my later slides. And third type is gestational diabetes. It's a type of diabetes that happens during pregnancy. Taking care of your diabetes can cause problems, but diabetes-related problems don't have to happen if you take care of your health. Millions of people live long, full lives with diabetes, and so can you. Taking care of yourself and managing your blood sugar is the key. Early detection always helps, that is what we say. Only thing worse than being diagnosed as a diabetic is having diabetes and not being detected as diabetic. Because the prolonged period, your blood sugar level remains high, undetected, without any intervention, the more damage it causes to your various organs of the body. By early detection, one can reduce the burden of complication to a greater extent. So, how will you know, or how will your doctor know or guess that you have diabetes? These are the classical symptoms. The patient comes to us saying that he's always tired, he goes to the toilet quite frequently, there's a sudden weight loss, wounds that won't heal, always feeling hungry, sexual problems, blurry vision, vaginal infections, numbness or tingling sensation of hands and feet, and feels excessively thirsty. Risk factors for development of diabetes include lifestyle factors, genetics definitely play a role, and various environmental factors. The person who's most at risk, the highest risk, is the person who has all the 3 factors combined. So excess body weight, especially around the waist, family history of diabetes, lack of physical activity, overnutrition, stress. So you have to get yourself screened regularly. Testing should be considered in all adults who are overweight, that is BMI more than 25, and have additional risk factors, which include first degree relative with diabetes, women who delivered a baby weighing more than 3.5 kilo or were diagnosed with GDM, that is gestational diabetes, hypertensives, cholesterol levels, the HDL cholesterol, which is the good cholesterol, is low, or a high triglyceride level, and history of heart disease. Women with polycystic ovarian disease syndrome. In the absence of the above criteria, so if you don't have any of these, testing for pre-diabetes and diabetes should begin at the age of 45 years. If results are normal, testing should be repeated at least 3 years intervals, at 3-year intervals, with consideration of more frequent testing depending on initial results and risk status. So this is very important, and I would want everyone to take a note of this. Prevention of diabetes. As we know, prevention is always better than cure. Unfortunately, we cannot cure diabetes, but we can keep it under control. So prevention of diabetes, 3 important things: eat healthy, exercise regularly, and lose weight. We all need to follow the healthy lifestyle. We have to prevent obesity, diabetes, hypertension, heart disease. All can be prevented to a great extent. Your diabetes care plan should include a meal plan. I'm not going to talk too much about diet because we have a session tomorrow on diet, and I would request all of you to come back and attend the session. A physical activity plan. Again, we have a session on physical activity and a lot of exercising and stuff. So that is again tomorrow. So you can come and listen to that. A plan for how often you should check your blood sugar. Your personal blood sugar goals, when you take your diabetes medicine, a schedule for regular checkups, and other health goals. So how diabetes can be controlled is an interplay between the 4 main things: balanced diet, active lifestyle, monitoring, and right medication, be it insulin or oral medicine. Safe drinking. This is my favorite slide. And this is very important because we have a cocktail dinner session after this. So, for males, no more than 2 to 3 drinks, and for females, 1 to 2 drinks per day, preferably with meals. Now, 1 to 2 or 1 drink here means a small helping, that's 30 ml. Now, this guideline, now don't go back home and tell the doctor over there told us to drink and taught us how to drink and how much to drink. Now, this guideline is a European guideline. Now, if you think you are European, you are a Caucasian, you are 7 feet tall, and you have the metabolism of a Caucasian, this is your guideline. Unfortunately, we don't have any Indian guidelines. Am I right? Some healthy drinking tips, which you'll find useful later in the evening. Drink plenty of water along with liquor. Eat well before you drink. Never drink empty stomach. Go for roasted stuff rather than fried along with your drink. Go for food that takes a long time to digest, such as bread, cheese, potato, and pasta. Next slide. Cigarette smoking. Are you waiting for a guideline? Sorry, we don't have any. If you think you're smoking the cigarette, you are mistaken. So there are no guidelines for cigarette smoking. It is absolutely no. Exercise, be active. Now, exercising does not always mean that you have to join a fancy gym, you have to establish a gymnasium in your house, invest in an expensive treadmill. It means you walk, you do regular activities, even freestyle exercises, everything works. My friend goes to a gym like this, on the elevator, on the escalator rather. Common reasons to skip exercise. I don't have time. I missed my gym today. I'm giving a lecture in International Club. It's too hot or too cold. My gym's AC is not good. I'm too tired, too much work. I'm on my feet all day, so why do I need to go to the gym? I'm going to be traveling. It takes too much time away from my kids, or my wife, or both. I do not have even 30 minutes for exercise because I'm so busy.